Very good.
Hear us? You can hear me.
Uh,
You can hear me. Yes.
1 second.
Just a quick question. How many people first time? Everybody more or less? Yeah. Generally, it's the first time that come along. We've got over 400 runners taking part on the 30th. But basically, we have a briefing for, especially for new time racers, new time parents, etc. To tell you what to expect. Okay, so kicking off. We're a bunch of volunteers. A lot of us are DB long-time residents and ex-residents. Can't stop ourselves from going back. I'm Chris McGrath. I look after the committee. What we have here tonight with us is Joe. He helps us on the course. We've got Thomas over there, who's our man in the chair, the IT guy. Yeah. So who is this cool things? We also have Loic here, who's managed to struggle in, even though he suffered an injury. He's come here in good shape. And Colin's here as well. Colin's hiding up there. Okay, fine. Okay, so what's involved? Right, basically it's running along trails all around DB, coming up gorges. We go through like some rivers things. There's along the coastal section. We're going to go around headland this time. There's a water jump, there's obstacle course, and then there's kayaking for the older kids. That's basically under 12s and 13s and above. Okay? The race route is always kept confidential. People always ask us, where is the course? Where is the course? Because a lot of parents are worried about it. The reason why we keep it confidential is that basically it's always fresh. We change it every year. And we keep it confidential really to not allow any teams to get a specific advantage. If you lived in DB, which is probably 50% of the runners, then you'd have a slight advantage over people who perhaps lived in Hong Kong or whatever. So we always keep the course confidential for that reason. We will release a copy of the course after we start. So if you want to see where everyone's gone. In terms of the race structure, we have two courses. We have a juniors course and an elites course. And the juniors course we highlight in yellow, which is under 12s and 13s. As we say, they should go up to under 18 actually as well. You guys all DB people? Okay. Yes. Right. What do you have? Transport.
Anyone not DB?
No. All right. If you are coming in from outside, obviously, then people can get set up. Here, 6:30 is the first call. Want to get this? Just a heads up. Do get a red taxi if you're going to DB North. From there. The start is up here. The registration will be at 7 a.m. So we try to get it all done before 8 o'clock. And if people are coming past 8, it may be strong to get you registered in time. So please don't be late. Race starts are going to be from just after 8 to about 9 a.m. And we expect competitors to be on the course for about 4 hours, depending on the fitness. So the fastest will probably do this in maybe 2 hours or 2 and a bit. The slowest will walk the course. That's okay, because we cater for all types. And what we do as well, we monitor people, racers, kids, wherever they are on the course. And if we need to, we have shortcuts built in. We can get back to the finish line, so that they don't spend an intolerable amount of time out there. All the racing will be over by 1 p.m. We'll probably finish by 12:30 actually, and then we'll do the award ceremony. Get over and live up. The course is going to start in the PVP area, okay? So you actually be registered there. If you basically come off the pier and just turn left, there's that long promenade. So there'll be some booths and tables and stuff set up there. And then the finish will be in North Plaza, okay? There'll be ribbons out there marking the course, yellow and blue, so look out for those. And you'll see people with these kind of red colored tops. We call those the race officials. So they help basically keep the course very, very safe. We mobilize over 200 volunteers actually to help us. And that's how we're able to keep the course very, very safe. We're able to pretty much keep kids in line of sight of an adult all the time. So it gives us the luxury really of being able to kind of create something that's challenging, that can push individuals, but in a very safe environment. So it's of safety is number one concern. And the minimum requirement for people, you'll see them in the picture here, they're wearing helmets, bike helmets is ideal, and also some kind of gloves. You can see the picture in the middle, whichever glove there. They can be fingerless gloves, like bike gloves or something. They don't have to be anything fancy. You could just go to the DIY shop or go to Japan Home, get some of those DIY gloves. Probably cost about $30. Do something like that too. You don't have to rush out and buy really expensive things. Okay. What else do you have for the race? We advise you to bring water because although it's a bit nippy today, looking at the forward forecast, it will be warm that afternoon. We expect it to be warm and sunny. So bring some water with you. We suggest use a hydration pack. The backpack, it's got a bladder inside. That's very useful. Some kids don't use that. Some kids use a water bottle, which is okay. Just bring something to put the water bottle in, like a small backpack, or even a belt pouch, and like a bum bag. That would work too.
Never in your hands.
Yeah, never in your hands. We never ask you to carry things. The reason why you carry gloves is to protect yourself. If you fall, the first thing I'm going to do is put your hand out. And if you're holding a bottle, that you lose 50% of your protection, basically. So don't carry the bottle. Trainers with a good grip, it could be normal trainers, that's fine. We suggest not tennis shoes. Something that's very flat at the bottom will work very well. So if it's got a good tread at the bottom.
It's like a hiking shoes, not really.
That's okay too. Yeah, that's okay too. I mean,
It will get wet.
Oh,
they will
yeah,
get wet.
okay.
Yeah. So trainers probably better because they can dry and you're not worried about them getting wet. If they're leather boots, it's not going to be good for the bottom.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Not the mountain kind of shoes that come up very high. It's not a solid one, hard one, no.
Okay, good. This is-
We recommend that you get proper socks that come over your ankle. Again, protection there. Very popular. A lot of kids just wear the kind of fill socks that just go down. That's a little bit too minimal because what happens is there's nothing protecting your ankle and it's very easy for other things to kind of like get between your socks. If you're prone to getting bitten by insects, then we just suggested some repellent on. But generally, you're going to be moving so fast, you know, we get targeted. And sunscreen, we think it'll be warm that day, so put some sun protection on.
The terrain is tough, and it's not flat.
So we said water, drink water. We'd like to carry at least a litre, but we will have water stations. We'll have 3 or 4 water stations out on the course, so you can refill your bottle if you need to get some more water. And as we mentioned earlier, please don't run trying to carry a bottle. It's not a good idea. You will get wet. Okay, part of the event is called we do a water jump. It's a jump for about 4 to 5 meters into the sea, and you will get wet. Don't worry about that. We suggest that you bring a warm, change of clothes bag, so it's got some dry clothes, and you can bring that for a race start. So we'll help you take it to the finish line. Team safety is the thing that we always stress, and the reason why it's a team event is that you've got 2 people and you watch each other, you help each other. Okay, so if one of you is in trouble and hurts themselves, perhaps falls down, hurts their leg or something else, then we advise you to stay with your teammate. Okay, help make them comfortable as you can. The thing to do then, protocol, is advise the next team that's coming past you that you need some help. And if the marshal can't see you, which is unlikely, then they'll be able to see you. But the next team can then pass that message on to the marshal that somebody needs help. We will have first aiders. We'll have probably 6 teams of first aiders, and also a mobile first aid unit as well. And these people are trained first aiders, they're nurses and things like that. So we're very capable in terms of looking after you. And touch wood, we've never had any massive serious accidents. Real effort to try and make sure that in case of course it's as safe as possible. If you, for whatever reason, your teammate is injured, then you cannot run alone, okay? Again, it's a safety thing. And what we'll do if in that kind of scenario, one has to retire, the other one wants to continue, we'll assign that one to another team. So they end up with a team of 3 that'll just look after each other towards the finish. Any teams withdrawing must inform a race official. So we're dealing with youngsters, and we're very careful in terms of counting all of them out and counting them all back again. So if they want to go home, that's not a problem. We must inform race officials that we know, so that team 306 is basically going to step out of the race. They've had enough. They don't want to do anymore. It's okay. But we need to make sure. Otherwise, we'll be on the mountain looking for you later on. All right. Nobody can get left behind because we use a sweep system. The sweep system means that basically we have adult marshals who are then following the last runners around the course, so that nobody can get left out. Okay, rule summary, very straightforward. Team numbers must always be worn. The race shirt must be worn as well. You'll get a kind of a green shirt that looks similar to this. That's how we identify who the races are, basically. It helps us for safety. The mandatory equipment I mentioned is helmets and gloves, okay? No outside support. I bring that point up because sometimes it has happened in the past. Parents have realized that the kid's suffering and then they kind of give him a lift in the golf cart. That's not really fair. So please don't do that. Yeah.
That would be great. Snacks? Yeah, I mean, we suggest if you want to bring something like a gel pack or a banana is very good too. Yeah, that's not really a problem. I don't think we'd have a problem with that if you want to do that. You know,
but
perhaps
it's better for them to be independent. And,
yeah,
not be depending on their parents on the day.
yeah, exactly. And best if
adventure.
and best if they're going to think they're going to be hungry, to bring a snack with them. It's okay in the backpack or the belt pouch or something like that. It's a team event. Teams must start and they must finish together and they must run together. We have a 5-meter rule. The marshals are instructed that if they see a singleton, if they see a one person running on their own, and we can tell from the team numbers that we use, the system, we can tell who's alone, who isn't, basically. So basically, we'll stop people. There's no good running ahead. If you're faster than your teammate and they're a bit fed up and they're walking behind, there's no advantage for you. You're going to get stopped. So please wait for them. You must stay within 5 meters. Listen to the officials because we're there for safety. And was mentioned before, if you need to withdraw for whatever reason, please let us know via the race officials. Sometimes things go wrong in a race and people want to make a protest or something. Not a problem. Just do it politely. And just like a football match, the referee's decision is the final. So I hope you can accept that on the day. We'll try and be as fair as possible, always. Okay, the long-range weather forecast is very good. The race would only be postponed in dire circumstances. In the 20-odd years we've been running the race, since 2001, I think we've only postponed it one time. In 2004, there was a massive fire in DB. It wiped out all of the trails and all of our markings for the trails as well. People couldn't tell where to go, basically. All the ribbons were burnt. In that case, we actually had to shift it to the next year to run that race. But in the unlikely event that we have to actually postpone, it will be postponed to the Sunday the 14th. But if it's drizzling and it's cold, we'll still run the race. Okay, we're still going to go ahead. Okay. We raise money for charity. We work with our partners charity, Youth Outreach. Unlike most of the kids living in DB, these are kids who are perhaps coming from areas, bad areas, and also perhaps they haven't got parents. Perhaps the parents they have, aren't the best. So therefore, they're in an outreach program, and that's what Youth Outreach is about. It reaches out to kids who perhaps haven't got somewhere to sleep, etc. So it's a good contrast, really. We know that basically, if you're taking part of this, you're living in Discovery Bay, you're in a kind of fortunate position. So it's really thinking about other people, and that's part of the race dynamic. We raise money. All our surplus money goes to our charity, but we would love people to do sponsorships as well. We've got sponsorship forms that we can send out to you, and we categorize people who raise money the most. We can give special prizes and stuff. We've got sponsors who give prizes for that. So if you are going to raise something, then that would be great. Thank you. Okay, safety is the highest priority. Dangerous areas, race officials will slow you down, particularly if you're running downhill, running down off the trails. It can be very dangerous. So therefore, the marshal will shout out to you to slow you down. Road crossings are our biggest area of concern. It's one thing having a fall It's another thing getting hit by a moving vehicle. So when you get to the road crossings, you must pay attention to the marshals. We will stop the runners because we are confident we can stop the runner. We can't actually stop a van that's coming down the road. So we're not going to stand in the road to try and expect it to stop. It would be great if they do, but however, our first priority is to stop the runners. So we'll physically, the road crossing marshals will physically stop kids until it's safe for them to cross. Okay, and have a great race. Questions?
I've actually got a rucksack.
Yes.
First aid team. And sometimes you just see kids carrying bags, like just on
School bags or something. Right.
the Decathlon sells really great small rucksacks. And I would say that, you know, rather than carry a shoestring bag or a bag with one strap and all this stuff, just a good rucksack with shoulder straps, carry water, carry snacks,
Absolutely agree. That's right. Yeah, exactly.
Equally, I would add to that, don't carry your camping gear behind.
Don't take too many things.
You're only out for a couple of hours.
Exactly. Just needs to be a nice small but fitted rucksack.
Yeah, not a big bag. Yeah.
Yeah, we have seen in the past kids come along with mum's shopping bag, you know, and
You see
yeah, we've even seen kids sometimes come with marigolds, washing up gloves, you know, which is better than nothing. You know, but if we normally bring some workman's gloves, actually, we get, you know, the cotton ones that the Chinese workers use in Hong Kong. We normally have a few of those. If people are really stuck on the morning, they haven't got gloves, then we'll hand those out. Other questions?
The end or you have?
No, this is the end of the presentation. Yeah, so go ahead. Oh, yes. What will happen is we asked everybody to provide themselves as a volunteer marshal, okay? So what we're doing is actually we're sorting all of those. There's about 200 of these people. We then divide them into sections, and we base your placement based upon the feedback that you gave to us. So some of you are very gung-ho and want to do as much as you can. Some of you are a little bit more reserved. That's not a problem. We have quieter sections like road crossings or you know, sections down by the assault course or something that's very more straightforward. So we try to match people's capability to the challenge that they're going to have to face as well. What will then happen is those people will be placed into groups, WhatsApp groups probably, and then we'll reach out to those individuals. Okay, so then we'll have a section leader who looks after about 8 to 12 marshals, and they are an experienced Team Fear kind of section leader, so they know what to expect. There's a question up there. Sorry, say again. Yes, I mean this information is going out. We're actually live streaming this tonight, and we're also making a video, so people who couldn't actually catch the live streaming can look on YouTube to catch this presentation as well, plus your questions. Okay. Other questions, folks?
Sorry, just this is from the marshal.
Yeah. Okay.
So will be there any additional information for marshals where?
Yes. Yeah. Well, there'll be a WhatsApp group set up. You'll be put into that, and then they'll be contacting you. Okay. So basically, once they set that group up, we'll be saying, okay, please check in that you're okay. If not, then we'll start phoning you directly, chasing you. Yeah. That's okay. Don't worry about that. Other questions? No. I normally get asked about toilets.
Good question.
Well, we recommend that you go before the race. Okay, that's the number one thing. Okay, there are obviously loos and stuff down in the plaza, you know, from where we're going to go. Best that you can just sort yourself out, make yourself refreshed and comfortable before you go. Push comes to shove, we have things called magic bushes out on the trail. But we don't recommend you using those. Okay, probably the best thing is to wait till you get back. Okay. All right. Any other questions? People ask about snakes. It is a possibility, but very rare. What happens is we've been up and down in the trail, setting the course, clearing bushes. There's a lot of work done by Loic here and Joe, actually physically getting those horrible thorny bushes out of the way, cutting them back. We're doing that all the time. Even before you guys get onto the course, actually, the section leaders will be on the course. And even before the section leaders got on the course, there's some keen 10K runners. We all organize the 10K. They're going to run out at about 5 a.m. and run the whole course for us as well. So there's going to be lots of noise, trampling. We really don't think snakes will be a big issue. Okay, we haven't had a problem with snakes yet, or water buffaloes. So we don't go into any kind of water buffalo areas. Any other questions, folks? No? Okay, don't be shy. So if you do have other questions, you come back on my WhatsApp. You can get through to me via the website. My WhatsApp contacts on there, and just let me know. Hello, there's one more question.
If like the partner just hurts their ankle
Uh-huh.
and like they're okay to like walk, do you like help them walk and still do the
Yeah, if your partner's being a bit wobbly and you want to help, that's exactly why you're there. You're supposed to help your teammate. You're right. If you really in a lot of pain, though, obviously, then you need to be thinking, to call for some help, right? Let one of the marshals know that you're not okay. If that's the case, then what we'll probably do is get one of the first aid team to come out and find you. And if necessary, then we'll kind of bring you back to the finish. All right. So, yeah, but that's the right idea, to help each other. Okay.
You can join another team.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly, but you don't do that on your own, because what we need to do is know in advance before that happens. So basically, if we say team 303, one of them's had to retire. So one of the 303 is going to be attached to another team. So maybe 306 or something like that. And then we know that they're running together. Then all the marshals will be informed that there's a team of 3. Otherwise, they'll keep stopping that one all the time. They'll be pulling back. Okay. Okay, great. So I look forward to see you. Sorry.
Said something about bringing dry clothes, but the kids will have to bring it, or
No. So when you come to the check-in, we have a check-in on 7 o'clock, right, by the pier. So what we do at the check-in is to physically make sure you're there. All right. Once you've actually been physically checked in, if you have a bag like dry clothes, etc., give it to us. We'll have a table where we're taking all of those items, and then basically that'll be numbered by team.
Okay, so they will only carry like the bottle of water.
Carry what they need. Exactly. So we'll bring the bags then from the plaza down up to the North Plaza. Okay. So after they come across the finish line, then the dry bag can be picked up by them, and then they can get changed. Makes all the difference when you can put some dry clothes on. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Any other questions?
Take over that duty, they're welcome to do it.
Oh yes, sure, yeah. But of course, a lot of parents are out on the course, so that's the whole thing. What we do say is that, unfortunately, if you're a volunteer marshal, you might not be at the finish to see your kid come across. But we have got a lot of cameras. Colin over here is going to be photographing thousands of photographs basically that day. And then if you've ever seen some of his great website folders that he's got, you can see some wonderful, and there's a lot of close-up shots there. So you can go through there. You can find it by section in terms of where the photographs are, and then you can look for individuals. We're pretty sure. Plus, we'll have people photographing the finishers as they come across. So if you can't be there to see your loved one come across, then don't worry, there'll be photographs of them coming through. Okay. No more questions. All right. If there's anything, don't hesitate to contact us separately to find out. Okay. Thank you so much.